We'll run straight into it today. eBay have just dropped a massive bombshell. The day after the last eBay roadshow, an email has arrived in all of our inboxes today from eBay talking about how they're going to steal more money from us. What am I talking about? Let's switch to the screen share and I'll show you. Okay, so I logged onto Facebook this morning, which is where I go first thing to catch up on notifications. And there was a lot of chatter in the eBay groups, reselling groups, about messages that come from eBay this morning. So I thought I'd take a look at it and see what it's about. I've got to say, pretty angry on reading it, and I think you will be too. You use promoted listings on eBay. So the message came in this morning. Updates to eBay's promoted listing program. Hi Andrew, whoever it may be. As a user of eBay advertising, we want to make you aware of 2 new promoted listing features. Talk about it as features if it's a good thing. First of all, there'll be exclusive ad placement with priority campaigns. That is the campaign formerly known as Promoted Listings Advanced, where you pay for clicks. What they're now saying is that the first ad slot position will be given to anyone using a priority strategy. So if you want to be first on best match on eBay, if you are paying to use the promoted listing priority, a promoted listing advance, pay per click campaigns, you will get that first slot in best match. So theoretically, you will get the sale first. Not quite sure how that works. If there's more than one people using promoted listing priority on the same item, I suspect that'll mean that it'll go to whoever's got the biggest budget and is paying the most money. Basically, what that means is that if their item is promoted using another method, i.e. the promoted listing standard, or what is now known as promoted listings general, you're never going to get that first slot in best match if somebody's using pay per click. What it also means is that the pay per click cost for anyone using pay per click is going to increase, and eBay going to make more money from it, because if your item is first up in search, it's by default going to get more clicks, which is going to cost you more money because you'll be paying for those clicks. So something to bear in mind there. I don't use it. I have experimented with it before on products that I've got in stock. I've got multiples of. It just seems like a great way to burn money quickly. So it's not something I use anymore. But if you do, you may be interested in that. The bit that I do use, and a bit that impacts a lot more sellers, especially resellers who make use of this facility, is the promoted listings general, or promoted listings standard as it used to be known, whereby you pay a percentage of the final value fee that an item sells for to eBay if you've promoted that item using their promoted campaign. I do this at the minute, and I have the dynamic ad rates set up, and I pay up to 8% cap, I think. Essentially, I pay up to 8% on each sale. Sells for promoted listings, which is quite a chunk of money, to be honest. But I don't always pay it, because quite often the listing will sell organically. Somebody won't have clicked on an ad for that item. They'll just come across it in their normal search and purchase the item, and so there's no promotion fee payable to eBay for that until now, or until the 24th of June, because eBay have decided that they're going to help themselves to your money, even if they've done absolutely nothing to help your item sell via product ads. So basically, as of the 24th of June, if you are promoting your items on the general, the standard, whatever you want to call it, campaign, where you pay a percentage based on the item's final value fee, eBay are going to charge you that percentage, even if that item doesn't sell via a promoted listing, on the proviso that somebody else who saw the promoted ad clicked on it. So even if that person didn't buy your item, but someone else does, eBay will still charge you the promoted listing fee. So effectively, there's not going to be any more sales via non-promoted listings if you're using a promoted listing campaign. Everything is going to come up as sold via promoted listing, and you're going to get the fees charged you on that item, even if the buyer did not find your item via the promoted ad, because somebody else did who didn't buy the item in the end. They're going to charge you as if that somebody else had bought the item from the ad, which is just absolute thievery. It is blatant stealing of people's money. I don't mind paying a fee to eBay on a promoted listing if it sells via that promoted listing. But if it sells via another method, it could sell because you shared the item yourself on your Instagram or on your Facebook or whatever, because eBay wants us to share listings on social media. It could sell via that, which is not a listing that's been promoted by eBay. It's been promoted by yourself. And you'll still be charged by eBay as if they'd promoted it for you. If, as I say, somebody else has clicked on that listing in the meantime and not bought it. Which, let's be honest, that's going to happen. Pretty much every listing is going to be clicked on. It'll be very, very rare, if at all, that somebody hasn't clicked on that listing and decided to buy it. Because a lot of people like to do window shopping on eBay. I do it myself. I frequently have a look through eBay for stuff that I've got no intention of buying, but I'm interested in it. Also, when you're doing sell similar on a listing of somebody else's, you could be clicking on their promoted ad. You're not going to buy it because you're going on there to do a sell similar. But actually now what's going to happen is that eBay is then going to charge that person money when that item sells for them because you clicked on it. So all kinds of things like that are happening. It's just a money grab by eBay for not having done any work at all to sell your item. Because if they had done the work to sell your item, then it would have sold via the promoted listing to the person that actually clicked on the promoted listing, and money would have gone to eBay for that. And that's fair enough. They've done the work to sell it. But now they're saying, look, we haven't actually managed to sell your item via the promoted listing, but we're still going to charge you for not selling the item via the promoted listing anyway. And thank you very much for the extra fees, which we're going to use to line our pockets and pay our shareholders even more money. And it's not like eBay is struggling for money at the minute. They made a lot of money last year, a lot of money, and they are going to make a lot more money this year now. What's really disappointing as well is that the eBay roadshows have been taking place the last few weeks to give eBay the opportunity to meet sellers, get feedback from them, to talk through things that are happening. And there was even a talk on using promoted listings, and none of this, because I was there yesterday, was mentioned, because eBay knew that it would not go down well with sellers. Because, this announcement comes out the day after the last roadshow. That is no coincidence at all. So what are we going to do about this? Well, I know a lot of people are saying I'm just going to stop using promoted listings at all. I've got to be honest, I'm not going to stop using them. I'm really angry about this, but I'm not going to stop using them because I want to get the sale. So, I need that. But what's going to happen now is that my profits are going to fall. It will get to a stage where I now sell on Vinted, Depop, and Amazon. Am I going to still sell on eBay when they're making changes like this? I don't know. Maybe not. I had 7 sales on Depop yesterday. eBay only bought me 9 sales. Vinted gave me 2 sales yesterday as well. I got 3 sales on Amazon. I'm actually getting more sales from other platforms than I am from eBay. So I can see at some point in the future that eBay will disappear. And the more changes it makes of this nature that alienated sellers, the more people are going to move away from eBay and start using other platforms like Vinted to make money on. But I think eBay really need to think about this change and whether it's actually going to be beneficial for them, or if it's actually in the long term going to hurt them, because people are going to stop promoting listings, or they're going to leave the platform entirely. I think eBay really needs to stop making these kind of changes and start thinking, actually, how can we help sellers sell more stuff and keep more money in their pocket? Because ultimately, the more sales on eBay, the more money goes to both eBay and us, without having to go for this kind of money grabbing and basically stealing from people. But eBay haven't even done any work to deserve that extra money that they're charging you. If I was you guys, and you're in contact with any eBay representatives via any sort of programs like Pro Trader, etc., or through general queries that you're raising with them, I would give them feedback on this change to say that this is really negative and that it is really making you rethink your position in the future. Because I do think if eBay get enough feedback to say that this is a stupid change and people are really angry about it, then maybe they will reconsider. Anyway, that's it for me from now. You can see the details in your inbox if you use promoted listings. It'll all be on there. There is the option to learn more about it, but yeah, it's really poor in my opinion. Anyway, thanks so much for watching the video. I will be back with my normal content next week, but I just wanted to quickly jump on here to share this and make people aware that eBay is stealing your money. Bye for now.